Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with another TTM recap episode for this week. And if you're new here to my channel, what I do is I write to athletes or celebrities and ask for their autograph. And just I find an address through the sites that are down below in the description box in case you're interested. And just write them a nice letter and ask if they'd sign some photos or some cards for me. And usually, about 9 times out of 10, they usually come back. It's been a lot of fun. I've been doing this for about 5.5 years, and I hope that you guys will enjoy this video and maybe get in the fun on this hobby as well. I did want to also just give a quick life update for those of you that don't know, and for those of you who do know, if you follow me with Facebook. My grandpa did pass away Monday, December 16th on his birthday. He was 84 years old. He was a retired Air Force member. And we had a special military tribute for him. He did enjoy it. Was quite sad to hear of his passing that night, and I did decide to delay the World War I episode I was planning on filming Wednesday. I just didn't feel right doing that video yet, and was thinking about delaying this video too, but I felt it would be good just to do a video and get back to the normal. Just want to thank to everyone who reached out through Facebook or Instagram or email, just saying that they were praying or thinking about me or encouraging me. And just want to let you know that your prayers and thoughts were not in vain. I definitely could feel the power of your prayers through that. Is very comforting. So I just want to let you know that you did help me and my family get through a tough time. And his funeral won't be till after Christmas. Or actually after the New Year, so there will be some time to heal, and but we rejoice knowing that he's in heaven now, and I'll get to see him again someday, and he's not in pain anymore, and he's not suffering anymore. And while we miss him here on earth, we do hope to see him again someday. So just thank you so much for that, guys. Just want to let you know that. So let's go ahead and show off what I got in this week. Quite a stack here. Some of these towards the bottom, or at least towards the end of like the categories, are from actually last Saturday, because the mail came I think probably about 6 or 7 o'clock that night, so obviously I was not going to be able to get a video up in time for that. So that could be the case also with today, because with the holidays I think the mailman's been taking on more routes and just more packages. So if I do get some mail in time to do a video, I'll do a live mail opening for you. Otherwise, we'll just add it into next week's episode. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, it's coming back a return to sender, which I have not had one in quite some time. It's coming back from former Cleveland Indians first baseman Bill Davis back in the mid-60s. But however, there is a new address that you can try right there. And perhaps I'll try it, I don't know. Probably not. That was just kind of a one I was going to see if it still would work. So, first failure in a while. Then, do have a couple baseball successes. So, this is Mr. Doug Rao. He's the man on Andy Messersmith's left shoulder there. Pretty cool return. Andy Messersmith, of course, was the first free agent, and this is kind of them kind of embraced him, I think, for like amazing cover or something like that back in the day. For the Dodgers bringing him in. That might be Claude Osteen on the right. I'm not sure, but pretty cool. I thought that might be maybe a different photo he hasn't seen in a while or doesn't get very often, which is what I try to do, and I had to go kind of deep into the search in the Bing, it's like Google. I use that to find images, so in case you're wondering. Then we got former third baseman for the Senators and Dodgers. Pretty good power hitting third baseman, honestly. I think he had about nearly 200, if not over 200 home runs in his career. Mr. Ken McMullen. Sign 1. 2. This one's for Bruce. Nice black and white. I think that's from a newspaper clipping that I trimmed down in the photo editor. and a 5x7 with Angels towards the end of his career. So that was a pretty neat one there. And this is the one from Saturday. However, if you follow the Instagram and Facebook pages that I do, which are also links down below in the description, you've already seen these, but still, I'll show these in the video. This is Mr. Juan Gonzalez, sent to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's still part of the United States, so you can use U.S. stamps. However, just use 2 on each envelope because it does cost a little bit more. If you look on like the post office website, it actually says, oh, it's like 60 cents or something like that, so I just put 2 on there. Or no, it's more than 60, it's like 90 or something like that, whatever rate they got going there. And one of those is going to Autographs for a Cure, and still have not gotten back. Unfortunately, the package is sent to the wrong address, so still hoping that'll come back, but I don't think it's coming back, guys. I totally messed up on that, but I have a few more saved up for Michael. He said that was okay because he still has a lot of work to add more. So, but I definitely felt bad not sending that the right address. Sorry there for the brief pause. Had somebody walk in the room, so didn't want to interrupt there. So this also is from last Saturday. This is Mr. Don Money. And this is just commemorating the most airless games at third base in the 1978 season. And then he signed this one for me. This is from like a Brewers, I don't know, like a sticker book or just a random stadium giveaway. And then this one back at the Phillies in his early days, he signed for Bruce. Mr. Don Money. So, pretty cool. Then we got a bunch of football. So for Team 90s, this is from yesterday. This is Mr. Bill Brooks. Fortunately, did get the envelope got a little crease, so it creased the photo a little bit. But it'll hopefully flatten out a little bit in the binder. But Mr. Bill Brooks is a pretty cool guy. He's always, putting all these really nice inscriptions on there. It says, "To Caleb, God bless. Bill Brooks, Colts, number 80, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. So that's a cool one. Then we have a former linebacker of the Detroit Lions, Mr. Antonio London. This is a printout that I made of the 1995 Topps football card, I believe. And he signed this in silver Sharpie. It came out really nice. I did send out one more batch of 90s football that potentially can come back in time before the contest ends. So we'll see if we can catch up the Team 70s a little bit, I guess. I got a lot out there, and they're just taking a long time to come back. So we'll see. We got former Dallas Cowboys coach Barry Switzer. I was coaching him during the 90s. Then we take a break from the 90s, go to the 80s/70s, former tight end. But I believe he was like a fullback before he was a tight end or something like that for the Chicago Bears, Mr. Robin Earl. So that's a nice one. So somebody on Facebook hit that one back, and I was like, that'd be a cool one to send out. Then we go right back to the 90s. This is former Tennessee, Houston Oilers running back Alan Pinkett. Looks like he's playing against my Broncos there. Former safety of the Atlanta Falcons, Scott Case. And that is a photo, not a card. Sent to former quarterback Jeff George, who is a terrific signer, through the mail. Normally I don't write to people more than 3 times, but this one I made an exception for the contest. So let me know how you guys feel about that, like writing to people more. Especially if they're good signers, or maybe if they just require donations. I just want to get your take on that. I've been considering maybe writing to me, like if I wait 2 or 3 years, do you think that's okay? So I just want to get your guys' take. And then he usually includes these a nice note or this extra card. It's not signed, but it is still cool. Little extra he includes. Then we got really good punter. This time, Mr. Rich Camarillo. Again, with that, it's like a picture of a card on somebody's table, but I just kind of like that wood look in the back. I don't know. If I really want to, I guess I could trim it and make it really small, make it almost card size. I kind of like the look of that for some reason. So then we got former Packers coach Mike Holmgren with Brett Favre. This was sent to his home address. I got him, I believe, last year when he was with the Browns, I think, coaching for Garrett, and decided to send him one more time for the contest. And this was sent to the Steelers. This is Mr. Jerry Olsofsky. That's how you spell it, if you're curious. So, pretty cool. Got a really good kick returner. He's honestly a dual purpose guy. He was running back, wide receiver, kick returner. He might even play defense a little bit. I don't even know. Special teams, Mr. Eric Metcalf. So a pretty good player back in the day. So that's a cool one for Team 90s. Got former Patriots kicker Jason Starofsky. I sent this one, and he sent an extra. So that was cool. Then we got Mr. Mike Golick, who I sent to at ESPN. So when he was with the Eagles. We got Mr. Don Beebe with the Never Give Up inscription there in the bottom photo when he was chasing down Leon Lett, who was celebrating early before the touchdown. He knocked it out right at the goal line. The Bills, of course, would go on to lose that Super Bowl, but they did, after that play, kind of start gaining some momentum and scoring some points, but it was just a little too late. But Mr. Don Beebe never gave up the whole game, so definitely can learn some life lessons from Mr. Beebe, and he's a terrific signer and a really cool person, so thank you so much, Mr. Beebe, for signing for me. Then we got Mr. Ed Buddy, former Kansas City Chiefs guard in the late 60s into the mid 70s, protecting their great quarterback like Len Dawson. I believe one of these is going to Bruce, so that's a cool one. Ed Buddy. And this one was also from Saturday. This is former kicker of the Houston Oilers Tony Zendejas for Team 90s, because this is a picture of a 1990 Pro Set card. So that's it for the football. Then we actually have some basketball. So it's actually a pretty decent week so far for basketball. We've got 3 returns in. So I sent these 2 photos to former Milwaukee Bucks player who played only one season, 69-70, Mr. John C. Arthurs. And he signed a team photo and a little basketball printout / custom, whatever you want to call it. And then he included his own extra, which is pretty cool. Looks like he's going up against Kareem Abdul, or not going up against, that's his teammate Kareem Abdul-Jabbar there. Definitely look how tall that man is. Kareem Abdul, or at that time probably was known as Lou Alcindor actually, but still cool. And this one's actually one sent out for Garrett a long time ago, which I do need to mail off his stuff that I do have for him soon. This is Mr. Keith Erickson, former Los Angeles Laker. And here's one with some of his teammates within the last year or two at UCLA. So that's pretty cool. Mr. Keith Erickson. That was out for a decent bit, but very happy to get that back. And final basketball return, signing 3 of 3. One will be going to Bruce. This is Mr. Steve Downing. He is working at Marion College in Indianapolis, Indiana, if you ever want to send. I just want to give him one of the customs. So he played on the 73-74 Boston Celtics, I believe. Yep. See if you guys can spot him in there. So, pretty cool. to get even, you know, it's kind of cool to get those more obscure basketball guys that kind of people tend to forget about, and just be able to write them a letter and just know that there's somebody like me that's out there that done some research and wants to keep their playing memories still alive. So pretty cool to get that one back. Then with a $10 donation, I finally sent to Mr. Phil Esposito, who signed it to me with the Hall of Fame inscription and all my best. Really nice photo there, really nice autograph as well. Very happy. Definitely well worth the $10 if you ever want to send to him. He lives in Florida, I believe. We got another hockey return, signing 3 of 3. I believe one or two will go to Bruce here. This is Mr. Kelly Buchberger, former player and former coach. I don't know if he's still coaching, because I think he was recently coaching. So he signed 2 as a player, and then there's one with the coach with the Edmonton Oilers. Very cool. Then we got a World War II return. We also included a Christmas card. It's really cool. So this is Mr. Emery Arsenal. At the time of this photo, he was 95, but he is now 98. He's a Pearl Harbor survivor. And this was for when they're honoring them during the 75th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. So Mr. Emery Arsenal signed that, and then here is a nice Christmas card that his daughter sent. So she said, "Caleb, thank you for honoring my father in this way. He is now 98, and his dementia continues to progress." It's very sad. I think my grandma might be going through that. We're not sure. So I definitely know how it is. He was very pleased that she reached out and was able to sign the photo with some difficulty. But thanks again, Merry Christmas, and Happy 2020. And this is Ann Mueller, Emery's daughter. And then wishing you peace in your heart and happiness in your home this Christmas. So, thank you, Ann, and thank you, Emery, so much for taking time out of your day to do that. It's definitely really cool to hear back from World War II veterans. We're just losing so many of them. There's just so few of them now, and it's just always cool to be able to keep this history alive. So thank you so much, Mr. Arsenal. I really do appreciate your service, and I do hope you get better and are doing well this Christmas season. Then we have a Olympic champion wrestler, Wayne Wells, I believe from 1972. It's either a 72 or 76 Olympics that he was a gold medalist in. So he signed this 4x6 photo for me. And this next one, I debated whether or not to show it. He did ask that I do not share his address for privacy reasons, which I totally will respect. I will not post this success on any of the address sites. It's also not going to be going up on Instagram or Facebook. You're only going to see it here. So I won't take any. I'm just going to show it in this video, and that's it. So this is former boxer Peter McNeely. He took on Mike Tyson back in the day, and he signed this for me. Size 5x7. Had a 47-7 record, 36 knockouts. So very cool. Very cool return. And then again, he did have me a full page note on the back of mine to, not share the address, which I will respect. So thank you, Mr. McNeely, for signing for me, and I will keep your address secret. So I will not, if you message me thinking, "Hey, can I have that?" I'm sorry. I will not be able to do that. I want to be able to respect his wishes, and anytime somebody takes time to do that and write me and ask me not to, I always try to make sure I do that. So this one's also from last Saturday. This is former Vermont governor, I believe, and former 2004 presidential candidate, I believe, on the Democratic side, Mr. Howard Dean. Love the inscription he put, "To Caleb, love Jesus." And then, "But judge not, lest ye be judged." So cool return from Mr. Howard Dean. It's been a while since I've had any political kind of return. That one I did put on Instagram, but however I did not share the address on the Instagram page because I try not to do that for political figures, because there could be people that might wish to do them harm. So I prefer not to do that. And then obviously people who request not to, I don't share that address. So that one won't be available through Instagram. Then we got a couple astronauts. We got Mr. James Voss. This was out for a couple months, I believe, but very happy to get this one back. Signed one 4x6 photo. And then got a nice return from astronaut William Pales. He signs as Bill. He signed this 5x7. So we got Dave Hilmers in there, which I believe I have gotten him. Carol Bobko I have gotten. He's in the middle. Bob Stewart. I've gotten all these gentlemen actually. And Pales I tried before, but I sent to a different address and didn't work. So this is a different one I was trying, and it did work. So I've gotten all 5 of these guys from this mission. I'm trying to see which one it is, but I have to look that up. I'm sure I could find it out, but I can't quite remember it right off the top of my head. And then he just wrote this really nice note saying he enjoyed my note and seeing the Philippians 4:13 at the end was really cool. So that's my favorite life verse right there, Philippians 4:13. So that's really cool. Then we got another return for Autographs for a Cure. This is Mr. Dean Torrance. Signed 2 photos. And also included, it's kind of like a promotion for a concert, the Endless Summer Concert of Dean Torrance and the Surf City All-Stars that he signed and sent. Also using a little bit of something to kind of protect the items, and then he included a couple business cards. And this sign says more autographs on their way, so I don't know what that means. I'm not going to show his business here. We'll show the back. I don't want to show his phone number and everything out to the world, his email. But here's his website. I guess maybe that's where you can purchase them. jananddean.com. That's his other bandmate. So very cool. Then we got 3 photos signed by Miss Emily Rose. Ooh, this is really cool. She put "Bless You" with Zephaniah 3:12 description. That's a one that you wouldn't see normally, at least for me. Probably most people wouldn't even know that that was Zephaniah. They just say, "Oh, Zeph 3:12. What is that supposed to be?" So I do recognize that one. So you guys gotta let me know if you ever want me in future episodes, like starting next year, if you want me to look up those Bible verses that people like to include as an inscription and just read them off to you. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. I'd totally be down to do that. I don't think I've ever really done that before, other than ones that I know right off the top of my head. But some, I vaguely think I remember what Zephaniah 3:12 is, but I wouldn't want to paraphrase it for you. So if you want to see something like that in the future, please let me know. I'd be happy to do it. So just let me know down in the comments. And this one's a really cool one. This after my grandpa died, I went down and walked down to the mail in the morning because the mail came super late. It must have been super late because I was obviously in bed when the mail came. So this was very nice to be able to open up the mailbox and find this in there. This gentleman is an actor in Hollywood, but mostly has found success in Broadway. He's done like Phantom of the Opera and many others, but Phantom of the Opera is one of his popular ones. So this is Mr. Anthony Crivello, who signed to me and Bruce, so I can give it to either or. Basically, he just signed for both of us. And he included a couple extras here, which was really cool. He's a Tony Award winner. Well, there's 2 of these. I didn't even know that there's just one. So it is signed on the front. So he wrote to me and Bruce. And then each one on the back. He blocked out that address and phone number because that's obviously old. So there's that on the back. So that's really cool. And then he didn't stop there. He included another extra signed on both sides. I don't care that, you know, bent, but it's fine. They flatten out a little bit in the mail. And then he signed this one for Bruce. So really cool return for Mr. Crivello. And then he also did write a nice note on the bottom. So thank you so much, Mr. Crivello. And I did reach out through him to Facebook, and hopefully he sees my message. And then finally, to end it off, we got Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. It says actor John Grease, or Grise. He said, "Go long, dude." I thought about trying to get that photo here, so I bet you I could throw a football over those mountains. But I couldn't find that photo. And then he just included a advertisement, I guess, for an Amazon Prime show. So I guess I'll have to watch this, as he says, on one condition. So I'll have to see what that's about. So yeah, that's it. It's a long video. I did not realize it was going for that long, but thank you so much if you stuck along this far. If there is any mail Saturday, today, later, I will do another clip and put this all together for you guys. So thanks so much for watching. If not, I will see you all hopefully next week. And again, thanks for your encouragement and your prayers in this time. So thank you guys, and have a Merry Christmas. Bye. Alright guys, I am back. The mail was here early, so we can go ahead and do a live mail opening today for Saturday. Some nice stuff in here. There is another return to sender. I guess I must have jinxed myself. This was kind of a toss-up of whether it would work or not. I'd see some successes in this month from this address, and then some return to sender. So I was like, we'll give it a shot, see if it'll work. But since the earnest givings for a Battle of the Decades contest, and it did not work, so he is not there, and there's no forwarding address. So not sure where Mr. Givens is, but he seems to have moved. So we'll get started here with our first success of today. This is coming back from Kansas City. Doesn't say whether it's Kansas or Missouri, but was sent out last month in November. See who it is. It is a Team 90 success. This is Mr. Mark Collins. This is from the, I think it's from the Super Bowl. That's about 1990. So it does count for Team 90s in the Battle of the Decades contest. So nice football success there. And the marker wasn't taking too well to these, so we'll just cover them up. San Diego, California. Put in the back, thanks for being a fan, BR. Sent out 12/19. This should be a 90s football one with the address labels I'm using there. This is Mr. Billy Ray Smith. And again, I like those photos with the cards that show the front and the back. They're kind of cool. When I can find those, so I'd like to send those out. So 2 returns for Team 90s right there. This one's actually from the 70s. Comes back from Jim Marsalis, who played for the Kansas City Chiefs. So this was sent out in September. It looks like it may have gotten water damaged or something, so hopefully all this stuff is okay. He says, sorry for the big delay. My husband has some health problems and just now able to sign this for you. So this is from his wife. I do hope, Mr. Marsalis, I do hope you're doing better now. No rush or anything. I'm happy that you were feeling better and being able to answer fan mail. That's really awesome. that you took time to do that, even with what you were going through. So do appreciate you thinking about me. So Mr. Jim Marsalis, he signed and printed his name, which is cool. So he signed technically twice on one photo. So I think I just sent one. But thank you to him and his wife for taking time to send those back. So thank you so much. Then last one. Come back from Denver, Colorado. Sent out 2019. This should be Steve Atwater. See if it's sent to the Broncos. I think I sent to the stadium. Hopefully a future Hall of Famer here for Team 90s, Steve Atwater. One of the hardest hitting safeties of all time, honestly. And he honestly better get in, because supposedly there's talk that there might be 20 guys getting in for 2020. So we'll see. So that's a cool Broncos success right there, Steve Atwater. And then previously in the previous clip, I showed a business card from Dean Torrance saying more autographs to come, and I was like, well, what does that mean? Well, I guess that's what this means. So there's a huge envelope here from the Huntington Beach. Looks like Mr. Dean Torrance included some extras for autographs for a cure, I guess. So this is pretty cool. I'm interested to see what he's sending. I'll definitely have to write him a thank you note back. Here's another business card. So, and just, thank him for doing this. So, Jan and Dean, 8x10. It's a whole bunch to donate. So that is cool. Yeah. So there's 5 8x10s. All signed. I believe it's just Dean Torrance, but it might be Jan and Dean Torrance. It might be both of them. That's really awesome. So thank you so much. I'm definitely gonna have to write him a thank you note for that. So that's really cool. I'll either donate all 5 of those, or maybe I'll keep one just because there's 5, but at least send the 4 to Autographs for a Cure. But yeah, that's really cool. So make sure you go check out Autographs for a Cure down below and see what he's got posted on there. And you might find some nice autographs for some good prices that help out a good cause. So yeah, so this is a really amazing end to an awesome TTM week. Thanks so much for watching this episode with me, guys, and hopefully you enjoyed. And if you have any questions or comments, concerns, let me know about them. I will see you guys all next week. Actually, I'll see you before, because hopefully we'll have a special Christmas video. I got several packages over here to the side off camera, and Christmas cards as well from people that will try and open up on Christmas Day and get it uploaded sometime that week. So thanks so much, guys. I'll see you all later. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.